welcome back to Tarot Tats and Tea. I'm coming to you from my little haven today, and we'll be spending the next 7 days in here because I have been unlucky enough to contract COVID, and it actually does make you feel quite crappy, but sure, it's one of those things. Just have to get through it like so many hundreds of thousands before me. Now, I'm on here today because I took delivery of the magic box, and the magic box is the box sent to me from Lamucci Tarot Card Designs, and I am so happy. This is one of the Kickstarters that I had backed, and it arrived whilst I was away on Friday of last week. So I'm only getting to open it now, and I'm going to start off by giving a review, or a short review, of this book. Now, I am halfway through it, and the reason I'm doing a small review here now is just to give my findings on how I have found this book so far. If you recall, when I was looking at books and more books a few weeks ago on the video I created, it was just showing you which books I had ordered. This one I'm really enjoying. It's All Our Hidden Gifts, and it's written by Caroline O'Donoghue. It's based here in Ireland. It is really light reading. It's something that you want to read for a bit of escapism, and it's coming from the perspective of a 16-year-old teenager who has just discovered a set of tarot cards, and has all of a sudden, on discovering these cards, finding these cards, it has sort of opened up her own intuitive abilities. There's something about this young girl who was meant to find this deck, and it has opened up her talents as a tarot card reader. This is based around a group of friends. That comes in the second book, but in this one here, we're just starting off on this young girl's journey into the world of all things sort of esoteric, really. Now let's have a look what it says on the back. Now, you will have heard this before from the other video, but we'll recap here, and then I'll sort of give you my perspective on where it's gone so far. The cards hold the truth. Be careful what you ask. Maeve Chambers doesn't have any special gifts. That is until she finds a dusty old pack of tarot cards and starts giving uncannily accurate readings to everybody around her. But when she reads for her ex-best friend Lily, a strange card appears in the deck and everything goes wrong. Lily doesn't come to school the next day nor the next, and Maeve knows she's been taken somewhere. The police will never find her. Only the cards and something older, something even more powerful, can bring her back. So far it has been like stepping back in time when it comes to my choice of literature. I started enjoying the likes of Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys and the Famous Five when I was very, very young, and that's all I asked for birthdays and Christmases. Now, Enid Blyton was a great children's author. This lady has written a book that transports us back to that sort of atmosphere of excitement, of sort of detective work through the tarot, and how this young girl is accepting this, this foray into tarot, that nobody's believing her. It's just a whole load of waffle, and the tarot cards have been taken from her. This is something that is enjoyable. It's quite exciting, and it's, like I say, a very, very easy read. And it's lovely to see new authors coming out with books based on the likes of the tarot. So far, so good. Do I recommend it? If you're not looking for something that's deeply intellectual, that feeds your well for learning, then that's fine. If you're looking for something light, for something that's pure escapism, and for something that you can read on the beach or like me in your greenhouse, then this is the way to go. I do enjoy this, and I would recommend it. It's light, it's fun, and it actually takes me back to discovering my first tarot deck. So that's All Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Donoghue. Excuse me for 1 second. Apple cider vinegar and honey and hot water. I didn't have any lemon, but this is just nice as well. I do think I put a tad too much apple cider vinegar, but oh, it cleans the palate. Right, now to move on to the cards. Just bear with me, sorry. Okay, just a quick heads up here, if you do see smoke here, I am actually burning a concoction of fennel, lavender and bay leaves, which I'm hoping will clear my my blocked up sinuses. So the magic box, okay. Now, this is a deck I've been waiting on for a while. It's the Baroque Tarot by Ezra of Lamucci. And we get a coupon. This coupon code for your next purchase. Oh, that's very nice. It'd be worth having a look and seeing what we can get with that coupon. Lovely. In this box also comes a nice enamel pin. Oh, I do like that. There is a yes/no coin and a really lovely bookmarker. It's metal and it's really pretty. There you go. Feather. So I did order an add-on, and the add-on was the Fairytale Tarot deck. Okay, now, I'm not going to go through each and every one of the cards here, because we all know the order of the cards, but I'll look at the majors and then one or two of the minors. Okay, we also get inside here a set of stickers that will be great in my little tarot journals, etc. So I'll pop those there to one side. So let's have a look. The Baroque Tarot comes in the clamshell-like box that has the magnetic closing. I love this this gilding here. I think it just adds a nice sort of classy look to the box. There you go, that's the picture on the front and the picture on the back with Lamucci Design, www.lamuccidesign.com, and the year of print, which is 2022. Okay. Now, the deck calls the user to care for their soul with much love, to open their heart and mind to learn their lessons and better themselves, and to have faith that all will unravel as it should. Okay, you can see that written there, and it's written in the gold. Okay, it's easy to see with the naked eye, but it's not so easy to see on screen. The Baroque Tarot deck comes with an explanatory book, and I quite like it. It tells us about the Baroque. And just a quick have a look here. The Baroque Tarot is Lamucci's second Kickstarter. It is a gold foiled deck that expresses and celebrates the divine, seeking salvation from the dark and the path from poverty of the soul to spiritual richness and fulfillment. When it comes to soul care, it's important to acknowledge pain, lonesomeness and darkness. Acknowledgement and activity working through the hardship rather than denying the hardship are some of the steps towards healing. The deck depicts our morality and our higher guides wishing to help us. It has a certain cold and warmth to it, a ray of salvation and a prompt to worship and love the spiritual journey. I wish you too feel the divine love and forgiveness of the universe that the universe has for you. Feel that the world has got your back and us supporting you on your journey. Isn't that nice? So then it tells us a little bit more about tarot. It gives us a couple of spreads, and then we go on to the major arcana, and each are introduced by this title page, and the images are in colour. So, you know, there's no expense spared on this, to be quite honest, because it's not cheap having your deck in, you know, your book with the coloured card. So, and then when you get to the minors, it says minors, and then it also says suit of pentacles. Okay, so each suit has a title page too. So let's have a look at the deck. That is the back of the deck. matches the gilding or the foil on the side of the box. And I have had a quick look through these, and where they mention that it has darkness and light, it's very true, because even our Fool has an air of darkness about him. Now we see our Fool, you can just about see a silhouette of a face, as though he's talking to the dog that's following him. But there's also an anonymity to it as well, because it's just short of an entire silhouette. It's who is it? Somebody watching over us on our journey? Is that us starting on our new journey? Just look at the colour. The colour in this deck is predominantly dark, and it does have an air of eeriness about it. There's our Magician. And if you look at the font at the bottom of the card, all in the gold, and it really blends in well with the card. The card stock is really nice. It's pliable enough to be able to shuffle it how you prefer to shuffle, and strong, and not too pliable that makes it like a cheap stock. It's not like that at all. It's not quite the buttery feel, but it's nice and smooth, the silky smoothness. Now this High Priestess really does have an air of witchiness about her. You know, it's not out where you'd see the standard pretty face of the High Priestess. This is what it's really like, you know. And Boaz and Joaquin there on the pillars, the light and dark, yin and yang type of thing. The Empress. The Emperor. It's quite a strong image of the Emperor. And he's not looking at us, he's looking to the side as to what he has around him there. A big concrete throne. The Hierophant is how, you know, you've sort of got your Catholic priest look there, the bishop's mitre, etc. Sort of asking your guides and seeking some sort of spiritual guidance and advice. Some sort of divine intervention. The Lovers. Here we have our first sort of light. You know, you can see the sun reflecting off the angel's wings and shining down onto the couple down below, giving them a nice light aura, yellowish aura about them. The Chariot. Now the Chariot here is pulled by two winged creatures. I would say probably some sort of angelic representation here, that we are, albeit we're driving our own path through life, that we're not without some form of guidance from our guides, from whoever you seek as your guides, and sort of represented here by the light and the dark and the winged creatures, the winged people. I do like this Strength card. Again, we have some nice lighter colours here. The flowers adorning both the young girl there and the lion. I do like this Hermit card. It's probably one of my most favourites that I've come across. There's a gentleness to it. There's the solitude to it, and it's the lamp is lighting the way before the hermit, as well as acting as a guide for others. And this is, to me, taking time out to just be. And that's what I will be doing for the next 7 to 10 days anyway. The Wheel of Fortune. I do like the Egyptian theme at the top of the Wheel of Fortune there. It looks really good. Justice. Oops. Sorry, just bear with me. Justice. Again, the light and the dark. You can see the shadow down here. The light, that something's going to be brought to light, and whatever's been, however you've been wronged, seeking justice, and justice working in your favour, maybe. The Hanged Man. And you see, we've got sort of representations that you'd see in the likes of the Catholic Church with the halos and the light shining above the person's head. These cards starting to slide off my table. I don't know why. Death. And again, light and dark. A new dawn after a dark time. Things changing for the better. Temperance. It's a very peaceful Temperance card. I do like it. The Devil card is really rather strange. There's an uncomfortable feel to this Devil card. You've sort of got your Baphomet style creature there as the devil. But look at the two people below. We've got, you know, it's almost like sadistic sort of activities. You know, this one wearing what looks to be a gimp mask and a gas mask. It's very, very strange, as though they're having breathing restricted. They're being suffocated and bound and unable to escape from these chains that are binding them. Sort of debauchery and ne'er-do-well. Tower. The Star. I do like that Star card, actually. And then we have the Moon. That's a lovely Moon card. Our crayfish coming out of the water here. Now Labrador and our wolf. The Sun. We still have our child on horseback here, but the child here is the sun, and the sun is the child, so to speak. Again, that sort of saintly look with the halo around the head and the face. Here we have our Judgment. And the World. I love the tones. I love there's a softness to the card, albeit there's an air of eeriness is the wrong word, but you can feel that dark and light from the deck. It does have an aura about it. Now I'm just going to flip through a couple of the minors here. All the art is in the same style as it would have to be, and they're beautiful. What I like about this, look at that. This is our Three of Pentacles, right? Now let's just focus on the characters for a second. And you can see the person here that's chiseling away at whatever they're doing here. But these people, particularly this one and the third person in the background over here, almost look marble-esque in their own being, and it makes me ask, that chiseling away, is it working on ourselves, carving ourselves, working with others for better, you know, planning and preparation, but, you know, carving ourselves into, carving our way out of life, really, you know. It's just the fact that they had that marbly look about them, and I thought, is that self-work, self-planning, etc., etc. And Four of Pentacles. And on the Five of Pentacles, I'm going to move us swiftly forward to the next suit, so you have a good idea of what they're like. Now, here we have the Ace of Cups. I do like the way the aces are, albeit they represent the aces as we know, but there's a beauty to them, an elegance and a richness to them. I'm going to show you the last five in the deck here. Oh, what I want to show you here that struck me. No, it's in another one, sorry, it's in the other deck, sorry. And let's just go to the last five. So we have our Ten of Cups. We have our Page of Cups. Our Knight. Our Queen. And our King. Just the look of this King reminds me of Neptune. All he's missing is his trident, but he's really strong looking and no nonsense looking. Yet at the same time, I think it's the beard that gives them that sort of manly, sort of in charge look, but there's also a gentleness, like Grandad look to him as well. Right, we're now going on to the next suit of wands. Another beautiful ace card. Ace of Wands. We have a house in the background here, a church, a building anyway. And we'll take 5 from the middle here. So we've got our 6. See what I mean about the anonymity of the faces? There's no clear definition of the faces, which is less likely to prompt you into being led down a path that, oh, this looks like, you know. It's beautiful. That looks very biblical, almost like Moses parting the seas. All the different ones there reminds me of Harry Potter. So 9. And our 10 of Wands. And let's move on then to our final suit of swords. We'll look at the first 5 of this. Again, another beautiful, beautiful ace. Our 2 of swords. I actually think the three of swords is again very religious looking. I think it's just the sun behind it, or the, you know, the what, I don't know, what would you say? It just reminds me of a stained glass window in a church, really. And here's another one I do, and the stained glass window in this one is beautiful. That. And finally I'll show you our 6 of swords here. Okay, so that's the Baroque Tarot, created by Ezra of Lamucci, and I think I'm going to enjoy reading with this. Now the other deck that came with this Fairytale Tarot deck, I put this as an add-on, and I don't have any decks that have a fairy tale theme. And like this one, I have looked through this. I don't know what on earth happened to this box, but whatever happened to it, it looks like somebody stuck it with a blooming biro. See all the little blooming, that looks like it's been gouged a couple of times. Don't know why. But it's not doing anything, it's not looking ugly. You have to look to see, because I didn't notice it first time around. Let's have a look. These are not gilded. The book is the very same as the Baroque. You have your coloured images inside. Okay. Now what I like about this, the characters in this remind me of the wooden tops. So anybody that's watching from the UK and watch the wooden tops will recognise those sort of style faces. The cards are that sort of buttery feel. It's lovely. They're nice and soft, and I love the dark background and the real pops of colour for the details of the card. You know, to me it's gorgeous. I just love that colour. So there's our Fool, our Magician. Again, likewise, I'll go through the cards, the majors, and just pick out a couple of minors for you to look at. I just find them cute and quirky. I don't have any deck that sort of resembles this at all, or fits into this sort of theme. So this is a nice addition to my collection. Reminds me of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Our Strength card here is lovely. It's a dragon as opposed to a lion. Very fairy tale like. Oh, I love this hermit too. Death card in here is just so cute. There used to be a children's programme that had skeletons as the main little characters, and that's what this fella reminds me of. I just can't remember the name of the programme. It's a much tamer devil than we saw in the other deck. And all the minors, as it should be, they're all in keeping with the majors. I do really like this dark background and everything else, the bright colours popping out. I love that moon. So here's our Ace of Cups. Oh, this is the one that I wanted to show you. Ace of Cups. Okay, then we have our usual, the two. Oops. I'll stop at the 4 here because it's the 4 I want to talk to you about. There's the 3. Now the 4, what struck me about this 4 of Cups was, as we know, with our usual 4 of Cups, we often see a 4th cup being handed to the person sitting under the tree who's very much in the doldrums. And it's, will that person take the cup that's offered them? Will they take that offer of help, that helping hand, somebody reaching out to help and guide, or will they turn their back on it because they're just not in a good place at the moment? What I like about this, I find it far more positive, is our character here has stretched out and taken the cup. The hand seems to have disappeared and he's looking as if to say, well, where did that help come from? That's just what I needed. Maybe the penny has dropped on an idea he's had. Maybe somehow something has just fallen into place, and he, to me, this says he's accepted the offer of help and he's ready to get up and out from that sense of feeling low, fed up and bored and what do I do next? So now the penny's dropped and that little person is ready to get up and go. So let's go on to our next suit, which is the Ace of Pentacles here. There we have our ace. And again, beautiful, full of colour, full of life. And this time, like the other one, we'll take a few we'll take the last 5 in the deck, in the suit, which is 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Our page. Our knight, the queen, and the king. We have the Ace of Wands, and we'll take some from the centre here. That's our 5, our 6, excuse me, 7, 8, nine, and 10 of Wands. And then we have our final suit, which is the swords, and then we have our ace, and we'll do the beginning of this one again, our 2, our 3. This sort of takes the sting out of getting that card because it's just quite a pretty card. All the little patterns there on the heart. Our 4 and our 5 of swords. I do apologise. So that is the Fairytale Tarot deck by Lamucci Designs, and it's really pretty. It has a gentleness to it and a light-heartedness. The colour coordination with the bright colours and the dark background that gives that deck the opportunity to really pop out is beautiful. So those are the 2 decks from Lamucci Design that arrived today. So take care. Thank you for joining me on this. I hope you're all feeling good, healthy, strong, and that none of you are going through this COVID crap at the moment, because do you know what? It really isn't nice. Take care.